Quit. Get back.
Hang on it. Dang it, man.
Got two out. Let's see what we can do here. Literally, you drive in reversal and let the tractor.
This is so awesome.
People typically reuse. Yeah.
Good dog.
Yeah.
Get out of there. You licked it. Huh.
Yeah.
You too. Pants.
We know exactly what's going on. That's right.
First step is accepting you have a problem.
This here, this whole unit, that's our trim tabs, which we're not working before. So those ones will walk.
Work is happening and it's awesome. Hey, this is just a quick reminder that someone is grabbing some merch. We're gonna have new stuff out soon. We're working on it.
I'm gonna go try for a dog. That's not good.
Better than a car or a truck with four wheels? How about hooker to a tire? Yeah. And then I got some of that, that's pretty good. Alright, well, we're inside, let's give her a good one there, kinda how we like it, where I know this truck will come back nice, but it's got enough beef. After that,
Go get a paper plate.
What I was told, that's alleged. I'm scared of that. You just got a Dickie Bill.
Let's see what we got.
So, we know there's a couple bolts, so that's what we're gonna start, guys. We're gonna get the thing on the lift to be able to look underneath it, but also.
I think I got a magnet here. See if we pick anything up. We're done the going to town thing. We got a bunch of parts, but also got, you know, $30 worth of rebuild kit for this thing in the form of rattle cans. So we took these two footings out. These are for the oil cooler. We got to plug those. It's got some temps in there right now, so we don't get a bunch of water in there. Got the oil filter off. It's got oil in it right now. We'll drain that after we wash it, in case we get any water in it. So we're gonna degrease this thing and then try to get a starter on it. Maybe get a compression check. We might even get it running today. Let's see what happens. All right then. Super technical application here. Get out of here, dirt. Don't. Rebuilding. Well, a guy went through a bunch of parts on the thing. I'm not sure about that carburetor, but we're gonna try to use it. And went and robbed the cover off of the boat. All this stuff's gonna come back off. I was just test fitting it to make sure that I wasn't forgetting anything. That's got to come back off. The coil's got to go in it. We got two oil cooler bolts down here, block off bolts. Right here. And right here. That we got to tighten up. And got a starter. But listen, guys, if you ain't got your bolts, you know, Dorman makes these little kits that come with 3 bolts. Starter bolt. I thought it was starter bolt kit. It's not a starter bolt kit. It's 3 bolts, only one of which that you're going to be able to use. And I need 2. So I had to go back and get me another one of these. Had to go back and get the coil. I needed a ground wire and robbed all the plug wires off the bad engine out of the boat. And flywheel, got it painted. Still got to put it on. So, and it looks like it's going to work on that stand. I was a little concerned about that, but it looks like it's cleared, no problem. But anyway, flywheel, starter, stole the battery out of the boat, dead in the doo-doo smack. We're going to get that charged up, charging it up. And we're going to do got my compression gauge out. We'll spray some oil down in these cylinders or some WD-40 or whatever we got. And we'll see what she's made of on the inside. Inside there, inside there. We'll see what she's got going on. Guys, it was rough on 10s. I'll be replacing these, but good gosh. Guys, take it easy on your 10s, boys. Yeah, I don't know about this carb. We'll see. It might have an accelerator pump in it. By goodness. Then we got a bunch of vacuum hoses and stuff we got to plug up. Here we go. Take that back. We've also got to get a exciter wire on that. No, I have to get a ratchet on this one. The exciter wire on the starter. That's what we got to do. Listen, should be this one. Hopefully it's this one. On the floor without making that noise anymore. Junk in this hole. Trying to clean it out. Here. So we're going to spin this thing over and get a compression check here in a minute. And on each cylinder. And that'll tell us a lot about the engine. What we're looking for. I mean, I'd like to see at least 120, more like 150. And the main thing is that they're not super far apart and all of them are consistent. You know, if you get more than 10% off in any cylinder, then you got a problem there. And if that checks out, then we're gonna go ahead and try to run it tonight. We'll see. Okay, the exciter wire. Let me make sure. Spin you all around here. Sir? How do? You don't like this thing, do you? You really don't like it when it hammers. Get back. Will you get back? It looks like it's pretty good. We shall see when we go to turn it over. All right. Quit. Quit it. I guess right there. Be a good spot. Get some sandpaper. Get a good bang. Maybe. Alright. Ground. Hot. Everything inside water. Now, this side, I told you guys wrong earlier. You cannot. Right here's your oil cooler lines. You cannot plug those off. It'll start the engine. So we have to loop those. So I guess what I'm going to do, hopefully, if I can, I guess we'll find that out shortly, is to try and maybe punch some of this. My only hope is that I can punch some of this line over that and back to this fitting somehow. Or if I can find a line big enough. Is this one bigger? I don't think so. I might have something bigger though. We'll see. Well, think I got it. And this one we'll just thread. Ooh, let's do it the other way. Let's put this one back here. Let's put y'all where you can see. Am I still recording? So these oil cooler lines, we cannot block them off, and I just got lucky. Gotta feed them through. So I think this propane line that I have for emergencies to run the house furnace off of, and I'm just gonna run it through this. Pretty sure. This hose may be unusable for anything else after this, but at least we got this. I don't know if we'll be able to get all the oil out of it after this. And there's the wrong size. What do you figure? So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this filter up because don't want things starting dry. I don't know how long this engine's been sitting. I like to see it pop off oil pressure immediately, or as soon as oil all over it. What else is there on this side? I think that's it for compression check. A little bit less. Watch it out. I'll be able to. I think that's right. All right, let's give these things a good oil here. And this flywheel. These boys is rough on this flywheel. They bent the snot out of it. It's barely working to turn the engine over. Definitely don't want to run it long on it. Wonder if we made any oil pressure there. When I was cranking it a minute ago. Let's see if it fires. Oop, 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 oop. Let's see. Is it moving all up in the line? Plenty of oil right there. All right, let's just run this compression check and then we'll see about oil pressure here in a minute. The flywheel's working. I'll show y'all here in a minute. That is not good. Where we're leaking all that over. That may be where we need to be at. There's some coming up in there. Can I just plug this one? Happening right there. All right. So if anybody's keeping track, we got a galley plug we got to fix on that side. So obviously it's got oil pressure. And we've gotten 150 so far, 180 on this one. Let's see what we get here. There's the 180 right there. Let's see what we get on this one. The flywheel stays together. Yeah, baby. That's 180. 182. Let's see. Yeah, something's wrong here. Yeah, we got something bad wrong on that one. I think maybe a valve ain't shutting all the way or something. On that one. Look in there. It may come around, you know. Yeah, see, this is the one that was pitted to worse. I think once we run it, it'll come around. Let's try that again. See if we get a better seal. That's some rings in that one. It's just got that rusty film on there. It's gonna have to grind, run through it. Yeah, we got it just in doing that. Just a little bit of WD-40 got it up to right 100. So way better. Tiny, small, fine thread. It's right there on that front main. Like 130. I didn't even spray this side down. Oh yeah, baby, 150. 150. Well, that back cylinder is gonna be like this back cylinder, is what I was saying. 120. Oh yeah. 180. So, previous owner treated this thing like a soccer ball. Kicked it around in the yard and stuff. Rolled it over and broke this oil pressure sending unit off in here. And tried both versions of easy outs. Had me scared to death I was gonna break them off in there. And I'm scared to death I'm gonna break this tap off in there. But we've got it drilled out. Got the tap in there halfway. Just gonna keep running it nice and slow till get this hole cleaned out. All right, so we got this thing. We've got our ignition wire hooked up on our HEI. This is where we're at. All our plugs are tight. We should be pretty close to in time. I've got it set for 8 degrees. Advance, we're pushing 25 PSI on crank, which is like really good. I got this hole tapped up. We've got our return lines in and looped. And we're gonna go ahead and test the spark. So, should be able to hook up. This is going back to our HEI distributor, the hot lead on it. That is our start exciter wire. And we're wired up on the starter with the battery and right here with the ground. What I'm gonna do is hold this plug. I am not a fan of holding the boot, so I'm gonna hold it with a pair of channel locks and see if it jumps to this ground. And that'll tell us whether we got spark while cranking it. So, here we go. Oh yeah. We're all good to go. So we should be able to dump some fuel in it and see what happens. And if it kicks around, then we'll move on to a fuel system that will support it and get it idling. We may end up having to replace that carburetor. I might have to steal that off the boat, off the bad engine on the boat. I know nothing about this carburetor, so we may end up having to flip it. We'll see. Time will tell. We'll fuel down the float bowl on this thing. We'll see what happens. Oh, if this thing just takes right off, I'm gonna be shocked. Got so many vacuum leaks. That may be part of it too. Let's try. Oh, too much. Let's try it right there. I don't need to kill it. Do I need to kill it for some reason?
Tell me when you're gonna turn it on.
Right now.
Why you get? Are you recording?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds. That's healthy.
Yep. You gotta do it again.
No, I don't. I'm gonna pull that plug, go and do a compressor check on that cylinder. See if we helped it any. So we have a supply line for the fuel, a return line for the fuel. We've got an ignition hot wire, a starter exciter wire. I plugged all the vacuum hoses that are open on this thing, and we'll see whether we can. We'll see what we can do here. Bringing the thunder. Can't run it very long because we don't have any coolant system on it, but yeehaw! That was a get after it fest for the weekend. Big difference. I'm surprised the carburetor works. We're probably still going to change out the intake and the carb, and of course we still have to pull the engine out of that boat, starboard side, it's this side, and get all the dressing off of it onto this engine and put it back in. So, still a long way to go. Stay tuned.